We're back. Sorry, I had to...
We're back. This is Whoopsie Desert. It should be easy.
I love it.
Okay. Here we go. Let's start up and roll out.
What do you think of a burger without fries?
Like, if I just had a burger sans fries.
Yeah, if they were like, we're going to get you set up burger style.
Mm. Are my friends doing this? Or...
Oh.
Like, are my friends saying, we're going to go get you a burger, and then they come back with no fries?
Yeah, like, just say, like imagine somebody was like, hey, we'll pick you up a burger.
And then they came back with just a burger.
Would that... Obviously, you wouldn't complain, but would you secretly be a little bummed out?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It was comparable to that time. Dylan said he was going to get a pizza and came back with a very cheap frozen pizza. I'm going to put him on blast. I don't care. Who knows it? That was messed up of you, Dylan.
Well, I think they were working on a limited income at the time.
What about the damn pizza?
I know you would have.
Just a little warning next time.
Next time that event occurs, we'll just...
How do I get this man? Are you going to jump?
Does he jump? He just kind of sits there.
Can I just throw him?
I love that heat shimmer back there. That would be wild if you could pick stuff up by throwing enemies at it.
No. Okay. Well, you going to come back down? No, he's gone.
No, he is
gone.
gone.
Wait. I know how to do it. Yeah, those little
cute.
exclamation marks tell you.
Shade.
I could have gotten crushed. I wanted to fall. So then none of the coins escape. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Alright. Touch the bomb blocks. And then run the jewels.
Honestly, I think this is so much more attractive than most modern Mario games. Odyssey excluded, obviously.
Yeah.
But, like, New Super Mario Brothers is very bland compared to this.
Yeah, New Super Mario Brothers is just kind of bland in a lot of ways. I didn't mean to do that. I know I've said it before, but I like the first New Super Mario Brothers, but I could do without the million sequels.
Right, because they really only needed to make the one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to get that secret up there. Okay. You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, it's alright.
Man, you're always charging your phone over here. You're
Yeah.
a battery hungry boy.
Well, my phone's battery's not great. On account of how much I use it. That was funny. I love that.
It is funny. Wait, bonked him. Alright. Oh, I want those blocks. Come here.
Man, just really cool.
Oh, piss. I forgot about that part.
You can blow them up.
Yeah,
That sucks.
it does suck.
The difference between the foreground and background scrolling is really cool.
Oh, I killed a guy.
Oh, Jesus
That's
Christ.
Okay, this guy jumps. What do I get if I shake this man? Just a little health. That really does not want to be near me.
I wish they would make a Sonic game that looked like this, where the art style was like Sonic CD or the OVA.
That'd be cool. Oh.
Where, you know, he just kind of moved in that very... I don't know. I don't even know how I would describe the way he moved. Like, sort of choppy, but very balletic style of movement, where instead of being, like, in a ball all the time, there's lots of, like, wall jumping. And
Right.
I'll have to show you later. Somebody made a demo of a Sonic game, or a fan game they're making. It's sort of that style.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool. I doubt it'll ever be able to make it because it looks like too much work, but...
You know, a man can dream.
This kind of makes me want to play Sonic and Knuckles or Minecraft.
Well, you're in luck. I have neither. I mean, I have Minecraft, but it's only on computer.
Yeah, well...
I do not have Sonic and Knuckles.
You really don't have Sonic and Knuckles on any platform?
Nope. I mean, I might have it on PC. I might have it in, like, the Genesis collection, you know, or whatever. But
Sonic and Knuckles is honestly so important.
it's very good. Notice I haven't got any treasure. kind of treasure hungry.
You actually make money at a surprisingly kind of slow rate in this game, I feel like.
I do remember this stage, and I remember it being difficult.
Oh, that's kind of nice. You can just...
Yeah.
Oh,
But
good.
I need to be in it. It's annoying because there's like a delay to when you fire. All right.
That is a little...
It's not like Donkey Kong, you know, where you just kind of burst out of a damn barrel.
Yeah, Donkey Kong has better, like, gunpowder ignition systems in the jungle than these actual pirate ship cannons with just barrels, which is nuts to me.
I feel like I'm not saying very much stuff.
Well, you're very frustrated.
Yeah.
You're very angry.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Big diamond.
I love the big diamond. The big diamond is worth a staggering amount of money.
It is worth a lot, but here's my other thing. It's no treasure.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yes. All right, now this should be not too hard. Just gotta give the old bada bing bada boom and fucked it up. Well, that's okay.
You're getting closer every time. Who do you think the greatest professional wrestler in the history of the sport is?
Probably Shawn Michaels,
Shawn Michaels. Why is that?
because he's very good.
Oh,
It's pretty funny too, which helps.
that does help. Oh, that was good. Did I tell you I watched a documentary about Jake the Snake Roberts?
No, but I think I saw you tweet about it. Maybe?
Yeah, it's that. I mean, it's about him, about Diamond Dallas Page, helping him recover from alcohol addiction.
Yeah.
Helping him do like basically yoga to strengthen his body and overcome all his pain. And it's really, really cool. And it's him, and then oh damn, what was that other wrestler's name?
Scott Hall.
Yeah, Scott Hall shows up midway through, and they all overcome their problems and lose a bunch of weight and can move pain-free and get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, DDP is a very nice guy.
He sure seems to be. He,
That's fine. Didn't want to really finish it anyways.
I don't know, it's just, it's not like a super dramatic documentary. They don't like overplay anything, I feel like. It's just a very frank look at somebody who's struggling
Yeah.
with alcoholism and like all these physical issues and kind of the frustration of that and a long journey towards being like okay.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. A lot of interviews with his family and other wrestlers. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think it's Bill.
Do you want to play the next one?
Yes.
Sure.
It's either Bill Goldberg or Steve Austin. I can't remember which.
If I had to guess, probably Stone Cold.
We're doing FAL Waterfalls.
Yeah.
Who do you think's nicer?
Among
Goldberg or Stone Cold?
Stone Cold for sure.
Is Bill Goldberg a huge douche?
No, he just. I don't think. He seems all right. He just. He doesn't really like wrestling very much.
Yeah.
It feels like a lot of the time, which is fine. You don't need to like it if you're good at it.
Right.
He's not that good, but you know, whatever. Better than I am.
He just made his money and is fine. I love this level. Look at that. Oh my
Nice, cool.
God.
It's fine if you just make your money and you know whatever you want to be done, but it's also nice to hear people that really like what they do.
Is there swimming in this game? Like,
Not
under
good.
the... Okay. Oh, that's right, because, yeah.
I beat that last level. I don't think I've even played this one.
Shit.
Because none of this is looking familiar to me at all.
It's beautiful. You could so easily build a lovely cabin here.
Yeah. I watched a documentary. I watched one about Hulk Hogan, and I've also started to watch one about Scott Hall.
Yeah.
The Scott Hall one was too sad.
Scott Hall was a sad dude.
He
when
is a sad dude.
When he shows up in this one, he's like in a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to watch. But then he looks great by the end of it.
Yeah.
But it's just weird to watch like Jake the Snake Roberts like crying on camera because he's like upset about his hair, like sensitive about his hair loss, you know, and just like these guys that like were for a while just massive like beloved by all
Mm-hmm.
stars, and how hard it is on your body.
Yeah. I don't really like when they make problems that people have into angles in
Right.
wrestling. They did it with both Jake the Snake and Scott Hall, where, like, you know, Jerry Lawler, like, tried to, like, make fun of Jake the Snake by bringing, like, a bottle of whiskey to the ring or whatever, and
That's
it's not cool, and
Yeah.
I don't understand why they do it.
the weird thing about wrestling, like the canon of it versus like the reality, is how often that blurs, and you don't always know like what's like real and what's acting.
Yeah,
Damn it.
it's okay.
Figure it out. I don't know. I've just been reading and watching a lot. I don't even watch wrestling, but it's just especially the stuff from the stuff from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
That era of like heavy experimentation and stuff has
Yeah,
become kind of fascinating to me for some reason.
the 80s and 90s for wrestling is really interesting to read about.
Especially just yeah.
I think it's really interesting, especially for me in the 90s, because there was like actual like competition for the WWE,
Right.
which is interesting to consider, because now there's not.
Right.
I mean, there's Global Force Wrestling, formerly TNA, but like whatever.
Yeah, TNA
It's
is not really what it used to be, is it?
I mean, it didn't even used to be all that much. but
Was it never important?
It was important, but it was never really as big as it was. Never a competition, I don't think.
But it's not like when it used to be like WCW and all
yeah,
that.
it was never like that. And now
Well, if I like
you need to press down when you jump. Just press down when you jump.
okay.
Jump and then press down.
Oh,
But from up there.
I see.
But I think there was a while there where TNA was really good.
Damn it.
I never obviously watched it during that time, but they had a lot of really big stars. But of course, they also brought on the same people that fucked up WCW, like Hulk Hogan and stuff. Hulk Hogan was the one that decided they should switch to a four-sided ring,
Oh,
which they stopped doing. Frankly, I'm not sure. I don't really like the six-sided ring, but whatever. It's fine. I think it's weird.
I don't know. There's just the business angle of it, and like the way people actually like screwed each other over and stuff during that period is fascinating.
Yeah, it is cool. It's interesting.
It's
to
also
think about.
just deeply sad on a lot of levels, you
Yeah.
know.
I'm gonna go back around.
Can I just jump up?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've been watching some. There's a series online called Botchamania, which is just people fucking up in wrestling,
Oh, okay.
and it's fun to watch.
I
Yes.
watched that one of Booker T dropping a hard N-word again.
It's really funny.
I think the immediate regret that
I know,
follows
just
it.
the
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that.
he's that clip is actually in the opening of every Botchamania.
That's really funny.
Anyways, I was watching some Botchamania yesterday, and the dude that does it has a specific series where he just looks at like Raw from the 90s.
Okay.
And those are fun because there's one where Kevin Nash was Scott Hall's partner in WCW. He was one of the outsiders.
Okay.
But he was also, before that, in WWE, he was called Diesel.
Okay.
And there's a match where I don't know if he's coming out or if they're just talking about him or something, but an announcer calls Diesel Kevin Nash instead
Okay.
of Diesel.
Right.
And Shawn Michaels is on commentary with Vince McMahon, because this is, I think, before Vince McMahon was revealed as like the boss.
Right.
He was still just a guy on commentary or whatever.
Right.
And so Shawn Michaels just like, "Did you hear that, Vince? Kevin Nash." And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You know who he's talking about?" He's just like, Vince is just super mad, but you can tell Shawn Michaels is loving that he gets to clown on his boss.
Oh, that's fun.
It's very fun.
Vince McMahon seems like a horrible person.
He's a weird person, that's for sure.
Yeah. I've never heard of him doing anything like business-wise shady. I've never heard of him like, I don't know,
Killing a guy or
like
something.
having somebody killed or raping somebody. But
Yeah, there is. This isn't even like a similar thing, but and you've probably never read this story, but it just kind of goes to show you that like Vince McMahon's a weird guy. There was one time where I think it was his assistant or something was asking him if he wanted like a burrito or something, like a breakfast burrito.
right.
And Vince was like, "What?" He's like a burrito? He's like, what is that?
He didn't know what a burrito was.
Well, here's the wild thing. He had one every day, apparently.
Okay.
He had a breakfast burrito every day or something like that.
All right.
But instead of like calling it a burrito, he called it a steak wrap.
Oh.
And you gotta go left, buddy.
Oh, okay. I just right back.
You gotta leave,
I
yeah.
didn't think maybe there was like a way to loop back.
I mean, there probably is a way, but yeah, we've missed it
Yeah.
somehow.
All right. That's really strange.
He's a very weird man. I don't understand him.
I don't
But that's
know.
fine.
It does. It takes some kind of strange personalities, I think, to excel in that realm.
That's probably true.
Who would they?
Oh, there's a treasure. That's okay.
Damn it! I want.
Nah.
They were talking. Maybe they called him. I think the Edge. Is it Christian? The Edge something or other?
Well, there's Edge and Christian.
Oh, okay. I think it was the Edge. He was in the Jake the Snake Roberts documentary.
Yeah.
And it's wild how these guys obviously have their personas.
Mhm.
It's fascinating seeing them in like sedate environments when they're not playing a character, and how
Yeah.
articulate and intelligent so many of them are.
Edge seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he really does.
They have this program on the WWE network, which is like the Netflix but for wrestling.
Right.
At least for WWE wrestling. There's a program called Table for Three,
Mm-hmm.
which is like basically they invite like 3 wrestlers,
Okay.
former or current, to like sit and like have like a talk over dinner,
Okay.
and it's very candid, and it's kind of fun to see them like just kind of joke around or just like talk about real stuff. It's
That is
interesting. And in a recent episode, they had a Kurt Angle with Edge and Christian.
Kurt Angle. Man, it's really funny. I grew up with a wrestling game on the Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember which one it was, but
I have one wrestling game on the Dreamcast. I think it's a Royal Rumble game.
That's not the one I have. I still have it somewhere. But I didn't know anything about professional wrestling, but I was so struck by so many of like the bizarre, creepy.
God.
Oh, that's not how these should be made.
All right, now we're taking everything back. All the nice things we said about this game.
Yeah.